of Morguard. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Come a little closer into me, if you will. That way we can maybe not.
Maybe not that close? All right. Good enough.
But it's good to be very intimate with you. Bob, tell me a little bit about what you're seeing as themes in the show this year.
I see a lot of diversity. I see a lot of new and interesting, tech distributed throughout the show, and I also see a slight change, I think, in the makeup of the attendees. So, typically this is viewed as a tech show. So you'd have your typical, CIO types, technical directors attending, but there are some COOs, CFOs. I don't think I've met a CEO yet, and I think that the perspective and the insight that they will gain in being exposed to a show like Realcomm is going to be very beneficial for them.
What have you guys most benefited from here at this year's show?
Again, I think it's just exposure to not just the different technologies that are being displayed by the vendors, but also the experiences of other companies, many of which are similar to what we've been doing at Morguard. So, for example, cloud migration, which is very, very high on our agenda. That's been talked about at Realcomm for many years.
Sure.
It's almost become a table stake, if you will.
Yeah.
And although it's still very relevant and there's still issues to discuss about it, it is something that people, for the most part, have already put into play. I was part of a session just the other day, and I asked for a show of hands in the room as to who had deployed cloud services of some form. And it was 100%. There were 20 or 30 people in the room representing a whole diverse range of companies, and they had all really moved in that direction to some degree. Not all are done. In fact, Morguard isn't complete, on that journey either. But they've all taken that step. So I think the things that we see in this show that are seeds of new ideas and new operating models are things that are going to become commonplace and mainstream in the coming years.
What are some of the innovations that you would love to employ at Morguard?
That's a very good question. Again, one of the themes that we've been strongly promoting is collaboration. So the technologies that support seamless and a very effective collaboration that mimic the kind of experience that we're having right now to the highest degree possible. Those are the things that we should be pursuing. So collaboration walls, that kind of technology, high performance web conferencing solutions, ways for people to exchange data very freely and openly. Those are things that are very interesting and that are very relevant to us immediately. And one of the sub-themes there is that we live in a changing society where distribution of the workforce is inevitable. So Morguard operates in Canada and the US through a number of large regional offices and small offices as well. So we already have that distributed workforce. And even the concept of somebody getting in the car and driving to a destination through very heavy traffic and establishing themselves in an office and then reversing that, that's not a sustainable model in most large centers. So we have to find better models of letting people work from home, from wherever they need to, in a more distributed manner. And all the things that we implement in our strategy support that kind of mobility and ubiquitous access. So I see some of the technologies here at the show, again, follow that theme, and that's very interesting to us.
Each CIO puts their sort of fingerprint on an organization. What would you say has been your legacy as a CIO at Morguard?
I think, and I hope, it's been to inspire a culture and a philosophy of openness. So when I started Morguard about 2.5 years ago, IT was still in a mode where it was very prescriptive, very segregated from the business. And quite frankly, there had been a misalignment over time between what technology was doing and what the business required. So that's the one transformational thing that we've had to really instill in the IT team, is to really approach the business as an equal partner, to not be prescriptive, to be open to new ideas, and to collaborate in all respects in developing new solutions.
What do you most enjoy about the work?
What do I most enjoy? I think it's that, actually. It's really creating partnerships at all level within the organization, so that the very talented people we have in the IT group can really interact with and be effective in helping the business become more profitable.
If a vendor here wants to work with a company like yours, What is it you look for in a vendor that really makes them a compelling case for you to bring in and adopt their technology?
So two things I would say. One is an understanding of how their solution will actually have a tangible impact on our business. And the second is metrics to support the business case. It's challenging for companies that don't have a track record, with a new technology. In some cases, you have to make that leap of faith, or you have to extrapolate what's happened in other industries, and we've done that, or I've done that.
Has it been successful typically?
Yes.
What's a company that you've done that with?
That we've extrapolated?
That you said, well, we're not 100% sure, but it turned out to have worked pretty well.
Well, we've actually moved our telephony services to the cloud. So we are one of the first real estate companies to have basically taken and disconnected the on-prem switch and thrown it away and gone to a completely HCS solution.
Wow.
Now that's been done in other industries successfully, but I think we are one of, if not the first, to do that with real estate.
I'm assuming there's a pretty significant savings to doing
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. And that's our mantra, is better technology, cheaper. And again, that migration to cloud-based services has given us that opportunity.
Terrific. Well, Bob, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us. Is there anything else that we need to know about either Morguard or thoughts about the show this year?
Well, we're doing some pretty exciting things, more to come, and I'll be happy to share those with you next year after we've completed some more projects.
Terrific. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it. Bob Rybak, CIO of Morguard. We have a few